Бажаю здоров'я, шановні українці. Сьогодні у мене почесний.
Good health to you, fellow Ukrainians. I have an honorable and very pleasant task for this address. I have the honor to thank our warriors and units who have distinguished themselves in the defense of the state since the beginning of this week. Khortytsia operational and strategic group of troops, the 3rd and 5th separate assault brigades, and the 28th separate mechanized brigade named after the Knights of the Winter Campaign. I thank you all guys, every soldier, sergeant and officer, for the extremely successful actions on destroying the occupiers. A very good result. Tavria operational and strategic group of troops, the warriors of the 44th separate artillery brigade, named after Hetman Danilo Apostol, Zaporizhia Sich 55th separate artillery brigade, our glorious 59ers, the 59th separate motorized infantry brigade, named after Yakov Handzuk, and the 79th Separate Airborne Assault Troops Brigade. I thank you all for your firmness in positions, for your strength in battles, for the inspiration to win that you give to the whole of Ukraine with your precision and courage. Odesa operational and strategic group of troops, thanks to the warriors of the 406th Separate Artillery Brigade, named after Brigadier General Alexei Almazov, for their excellent results in destroying enemy concentration points. Today I would also like to celebrate the artillery crews of the 63rd Separate Mechanized Brigade. The guys know how to subtract the enemy equipment on the battlefield. Each of your accurate strikes, our heroes, means saved lives of Ukrainians. Thank you. This week the units of our National Guard also deserve to be recognized. In particular, the warriors of the 1st and 14th Operational Brigades of the National Guard, who together with all the defense and security forces of Ukraine are defending our country in the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. I thank you, National Guardsmen, for your resilience and your ability to push the former Second Army of the world lower and lower in the list of military forces with the help of your intelligence and artillery. Today I also signed a new decree on honoring our warriors with state awards. These are extremely brave servicemen of our airborne assault troops, 134 warriors. The 25th Separate Airborne Syczesław Brigade, the 46th Separate Air Mobile Brigade, the 95th Separate Air Assault Brigade, the 132nd Separate Reconnaissance Battalion, the 148th Separate Artillery Division, and the 199th Training Center of the Airborne Assault Troops. Each of these titles, each of these units is an honor, a pride of Ukraine, a heroism of our people, the heroism that makes Ukraine free forever. By standing up now, by liberating our land now, by giving Ukraine victories now, each and every one of those who fights for Ukraine gives freedom to all new generations of our people. Foreign flags will never reign on our land, and our people will never be enslaved. The resilience in the battles now, the power in the active actions, the bravery and precision of our warriors every day and every night is the independence of Ukraine that will be permanent. Independence we are strengthening and will continue to do so. Today, as always, I was in touch with the commanders and intelligence. I held several meetings on our international efforts. Soon, I will be able to announce very important news for our defense, for our relations with partners. I held a meeting with the special advisor to the President of Brazil on foreign policy. We discussed the possibility of holding a summit in the Ukraine-Latin America format. I reiterated my invitation for the President of Brazil to visit our country and see with his own eyes the heroism of Ukrainians, our real commitment to peace for the entire Ukrainian land, for all our cities and communities that are now under attack by Russian terrorists. Our peace formula, which Ukraine offered to the world last year, has only become more relevant today. This is the only comprehensive and realistic plan to restore peace not only to our people, but also to all the peoples of the world who strive for life without aggression. And one more thing. Today I approved a comprehensive strategic plan for reforming our law enforcement system, all law enforcement agencies, and the prosecutor's office. This is a detailed document designed until 2027. To put it simply, we have to provide a system of guaranteeing justice and law and order for our country that will also meet our goal of Ukraine's rapid accession to the EU. We add our readiness to realize this goal, and no less importantly, we guarantee the foundations of a new social contract that are obviously being outlined now in the defense of our state. Every element of the state system, law enforcement agencies, first and foremost, must work in such a way that people really feel safe and secure, that people really feel justice, that it is guaranteed at the level of institutions, by the daily work of those by whom people judge the state. Trust within the state and trust in the state are built on trust in those who act on behalf of the state. Law enforcement and prosecution system are key to this. Of course, along with everyone else who works in the state apparatus. Ukraine should become, and has already become, a place of strength for Europe and the entire free world. We have to ensure maximum security, maximum freedom, maximum respect for the law and for people in Ukraine. And this is the answer to the question of what kind of Ukraine we are building after the war. A state that respects its people and is respected in the world. A state whose example of life is respected by everyone. The path to this begins now. It begins in the actions and personal decisions of each and every person who fights and works for Ukraine and for all Ukrainians. Glory to all our warriors who are now in combat. Glory to our beautiful people. Thank you to everyone in the world who helps us, Ukrainians. Glory to Ukraine.
Слава Україні!